Steven, man, thanks for taking the time to do this. How's your week going?
Good, man. How is your week going? It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's busy so far, so everything's cool. Can't complain. Why don't you start with who you are and what you do?
My name is Stephen Euster. I'm a record producer and mixer. I work out of Ireland. And yeah, I'm just a guy who was trying to build a business and get ahead in this industry and stuff. Work hard. I'm a very, very hard worker. And I love what I do.
Awesome, man. Yeah, cool. What kind of stuff do you do, just so people know?
Well, the kind of bands that I usually work with, it's usually bands actually that I do work with. So it's people will bring a song to me, and I'll help them make it way better. Like my strong point is kind of like adding extra feeling to songs and extra stuff in, taking what someone brings in and making it bigger. I know there's a lot of people who do kind of like, oh, if you have an idea for a song, I'll pretty much write it for you. But no, I like working with artists and helping them build their music into something bigger. That's my thing.
Cool, man. Awesome. So why did you decide to hire a business coach to help you grow your studio? Tell me a little bit about what it was like before, kind of where you were, what you may have been struggling with, and kind of why you made the decision to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, a big reason is because I spent a few years doing it, and I suppose everyone kind of does initially. You have to just throw yourself in at the deep end and start trying to work and get clients and stuff. And my whole thing was that my whole business plan was just get really good at what you do. Just do such good work that people won't be able to ignore you. And the thing was, it's just I kind of realized that selling myself isn't my thing. I like sitting in a room and doing the work and doing what I'm good at, but it's a whole different ball game. Knowing how to get yourself in front of people, and I think what it was I had kind of come across you in a group we're both in, and I whenever I was stuck for a question stuff, you were a guy who helped me out, and I suppose I just kind of got to know you through that. Um, and I could see that you knew what you were talking about, and it was just something at the time I was like, man, I want to take the next step to actually making this something I could do full time. And actually, funnily enough, it was at a time where I decided, you know what, I'm going to just go full time at this. But I had enough kind of money built up from projects I'd already done to maybe keep me going for like 4 or 5, 6 months, something like that. And I was like, but what happens after the 6 months? Because I haven't really got a plan of, it was kind of like, if this just doesn't work out from doing the same things over the next 6 months, I don't know. I don't know what happens then. But then it was good timing because it was like, oh, there's a guy here who actually helps producers. So yeah, it was good timing, and it was exactly what I needed. So that was my reasoning.
Awesome, man. Cool. So far, how has the results been? Working with me, you getting clients. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so the way it was I was definitely someone who had a couple of clients before as well. I know you have people who are literally starting at zero. Um, but the a big thing was the kind of clarity that I got when I started working at with you instantly. It was you. I mean, some of the first things you did were ask me questions that even I had to think myself, like, oh, what is the answer to that? And it was actually getting clear about what I wanted to do. That was a really important thing. And I've noticed a big thing I've noticed. I mean, we're not far into the course yet, but a huge thing I've noticed is how I'm actually speaking to clients, and the kind of people that get in touch. Before I was very much like, anyone who gets in touch is someone I should be trying to get a job with. But now I kind of see, oh, well, they're the type of clients I want to work with. And I'm very much, I suppose, judging whether they're a fit for me as much as whether I'm a fit for them now. So that's a very, very big thing that I'm getting, is that like I know who I want to work with now, and yeah, I'm not just pushing for any work is fine. Please come and work with me.
Awesome, man. Cool. In addition to that, any other big kind of takeaways so far, things that you've learned that have been helpful, or is that the most important one?
I think mainly so far, I've been learning as much about what I want as well, which sounds kind of weird. Just from going through the material you've been sending me. But the biggest thing is definitely it's clarity. It's clarity of what I'm pushing towards now, and I feel more confident talking to people about like how I want to sell myself and what I want to do and what I want to get out of the projects. But no, definitely, and I mean, it goes without saying that the stuff I'm only getting into the weeks now of like looking at the material you're sending through for the marketing side of things. That is all I can see. I've just browsed over it so far, but I know that's invaluable because that's stuff that I have no idea about. Like, I was at zero when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I know if we have this call in like a week's time again, I'm gonna be like, man, I've learned this and this and this. But yeah, it's those kind of things about how to sell yourself that so far I'm like, okay, well, this is all new to me. Every time I come across something new in the stuff you're going through, I'm like, this is gold. And it's like, I knew I wouldn't have taken the time to go and learn that myself. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have thought that's something you need to know. But everything just slowly starts making sense with everything else. The deeper you get into the work, if that makes sense.
Absolutely makes sense. Cool. And then we'll wrap up with this. What advice do you have for other producers out there who may be trying to build their business?
Honestly, the best thing I could say is the biggest thing for me was realizing that, look, you're a producer. You're not this like guru in marketing and getting yourself out there in front of people and stuff. So I think the big thing that this has done for me, and I know is even going to do more for me, is give me clarity on the steps of what I need to do next. And it lets me, I know you do learn how to do the work yourself as well, but in a weird way, it's like, I feel like I have more time to actually do production now because the other stuff is kind of sorting itself out. And I have a clear path of what I need to do on that. You know what I mean? It's not like I have to go and learn all this stuff and figure out what do I need to learn. It's just so nice to have it laid out. And I feel like, oh, that pressure's gone now. I can really concentrate on the music and do the stuff that you're showing me how to do. And it's just going to, I can already see it building. Even stuff you've said about branding yourself. I noticed when I kind of changed the way I was branding myself, a few people and a few bands who I was kind of, I suppose, trying to work with beforehand, they were nearly instantly in touch with me. Hey man, we're looking at doing something in the summer. So I've yet to get a confirmation on date, but I've actually got a few things like, we're definitely coming in. We'll just sort a date in the next couple of weeks type of thing. But that's what it is. It's like anyone who is really into production, it's like you said, it's not enough to just be really good at what you do, because it's very easy to be really good at what you do and just be a guy sitting in his bedroom really good at what he does. What is it? You say selling on quality isn't enough these days. So you need to have that help. If that's not your forte, putting yourself out there, why not just, you could either spend the next 10 years trying to slowly learn it yourself, or you could just get someone who knows how to do it to show you how to do it. And yeah, for me, it's completely, I know it was the most valuable thing that I could have found. And I'm so grateful I found you at the time I did as well, because it was a crucial, like, what's going to happen in the next 6 months type thing. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for doing this with me. And I think we probably have a call coming up here soon. So
Yeah,
talk to you then, man.
sweet, man. It was great talking to you again.